Instinct, intuition, or a sixth sense.
I see dead people.
That gut feeling that something is off or on is hard to ignore.
I'm kind of psychic. I have a fifth sense. What do you mean? My breasts can always tell when it's gonna rain.
And while you might feel a bit silly just following a hunch,
I just knew.
neuroscientist Joel Pearson says it's real and we've all got it.
It's your ability to use learned, unconscious information to make better decisions or actions.
He spent years researching where intuition comes from and how we use it to make choices, good and bad.
The way intuition works is it's based on learning, and learning is context specific. So if you've developed intuition, let's say in the office, and you try and use that intuition at home, it's not going to work.
Okay, so it is a thing, but can you trust it?
And there's a 30% chance that it's already raining.
Well, joining us now is neuroscientist Joel Pearson. And Joel, can we trust that sixth sense?
Yes is the simple answer, but the complex answer is it depends, right? So I've developed these 5 rules based on a whole lot of research that can explain and tell us when we should trust our intuition and when we shouldn't.
When we get those intuitive feelings, like what is actually happening in my brain?
Yeah, so a few things are happening. The best way to think about intuition is that it's based on past experience, right? So imagine you've been to, 1,000 cafes in your life, and over that time, your brain has associated, say, good coffee and bad coffee. So you walk into the cafe, you go, maybe not, let's try next door. Or you walk in and go and get a good feeling and go, yeah, let's get a coffee here. So it all happens really quickly under the hood with the unconscious.
You said there's 5 rules we should follow.
Yeah.
Probably don't have time for all 5 right now, but can you give us a sense of them?
Yeah, so the most important one is mastery, that you can't use intuition for things you haven't got experience with, right? If you've never played tennis before, you're just learning, don't try and be an intuitive tennis player. Follow the coach, follow the rules, right?
Are there some obvious red flags that means that I need to tune into what my intuition's telling me?
Yeah, so I think typically negative feelings, that's where intuition really becomes strong, right? You get this sinking sensation in the gut, something just doesn't feel right. There's cases of, famous mountain climbers just getting this sort of sick feeling and deciding not to climb the mountain. And it turns out a big storm comes in, things like that. So when you get that particularly negative feeling, something's just not right, it's good to follow that. Again, if these rules are met, if you have experience with that thing.
So, Joel, does this mean you believe in love at first sight? Like, can you just see someone and instantly know that they're going to be important to you in your life? Like, I think I'm picking up a vibe now between them.
Well, yes, you can, to a certain degree, but you have to be very careful with not getting confused with other things. So, a quick story, right? I went on a date once with someone, and we went rock climbing, right? In an indoor rock climbing gym. And it felt like love at first sight. We were falling for each other. Turned out not so much. It didn't work out that well. And this is something that's well known in psychology. It's called arousal misattribution, right? When we're excited, when we're aroused emotionally, we get confused about where that's coming from. So we think it's coming from the other person for our feelings for them, but it's actually coming from the adrenaline from rock climbing in this example. So we have to be very careful under what circumstances we follow those feelings.
Joel, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Kia ora, everyone. Welcome along to the project. Look, Chris Parker's here. Nice to see you. Yeah, no arousal misdistribution over here.
Can't say I've ever been aroused in a rock climbing gym before.
But do you get intuition? Do you trust it?
I've certainly had a gut feeling, but then my doctor told me it was a dairy intolerance. But though I do feel like kicking when I meet like my best friend's new boyfriend or girlfriend. Like I just really feel like a gut feeling if I'm going to like them or not, depending on like how much Lynx Africa they're wearing. Immediately.
Is it the more Lynx Africa the better, or the other way around?
The other way around.
Inversely proportionate,
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. How about you?
I had a gut feeling, and this is a true story. When I saw my wife for the first time, I said the word wife out loud.
Oh.
She walked into my acting class, and I said, wife. And it's not something I usually do. But I think I may have married her to make the story better.
Wow. That's a very cute story.
Yeah.
Gosh, you little sweetie petite.
It's pretty weird.
If you'd like to learn more about the Intuition Toolkit, Joel has a book coming out called exactly that. And if you'd like to know more, there's a link on our Facebook page.